Gaffer, I know you're going to probably look at them 2 goals, but when you were thinking about the game yesterday, last night, is that as perfect, especially with the first half, as it could have went?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't. You can't listen. Even being the most unreal optimist and perfectionist, you can't ask any more than being 3-0 up in a playoff eliminated at home. So it's a great start for us. Difficult half-time team talk, and probably knew that you potentially half-time team talk goes in one ear out the other, because I've been there, and there's always going to be a player's mentality of how you protect the 3-0 lead. But listen, we've got through, and these games are sometimes it's not about being pretty. You love it to be pretty, but it's about getting through, and we've done that.
I was just going to say, when you went in at half time, what exactly are you meant to say? Just keep going and do the same thing?
Yeah, it's tough. And I've said to the players, I can name you 3 or 4 I've been involved in, a couple, at least one, where teams have been 3-0 up at half time and either lost the game or not won the game. I struggle to give you a team that's been 4-0 down at half time and either or won the game, certainly. So we wanted to try and get the next goal. I thought that the threat we posed in the first half, that they'd struggle to stop us scoring. You naturally, with a player's mentality, going to go out and be a little bit protective, a little bit risk-free. That only is, I suppose, increased when you can see the goal from a set piece after 3 minutes of the second half, and give a team that needed that leg up. So I thought we took 10 minutes to get through that. Once we did that, we were a little bit better. I think we could have been braver in terms of what we'd done in the first half. They obviously changed and played deeper, but I thought in what was like I say, a vociferous atmosphere and a difficult atmosphere, I thought we managed the game really, really well, and were relatively comfortable, aside from that last 20 seconds when you can see the goal from nothing and you go in, oh, I didn't need that, to be honest. Excuse me, but thankfully it was late enough to, like I say, to see the game out. As I said, these games are about results and progressing, and we've progressed.
I was just going to say, when that goal goes in 46-47 minutes, is there any part of you that's really worried, or we've shown from our performance, especially the 10 minutes after they scored, really seemed to calm the game down?
Yeah, sometimes you have to win the game in different areas of the pitch, and I thought with how they played, we needed to win the game in an area of the pitch that wasn't probably close to their goal. So around the halfway line, with the 3 centre-backs getting on the ball and playing into fair, and then looking to drag them out a little bit, and then potentially hit a switch, and we weren't brave enough, and I get why. When they score the second goal, what I could do without is a Lids knows you take a kick off and then you go and kick it down the left hand side and pick it out of play where their player's been throwing the ball 40 yards. It's always going to get them up the pitch. I'd much prefer them to kick the ball out of play on the left hand side, on our left hand side if you like. But in the, I suppose, heat of the battle, you make decisions that at times can get punished. Thankfully that wasn't. And we won the game, we deserved to win the game, so we're through. Like I say, we can put that to bed now and look towards next Sunday.
How much of a part did the 1,700 poolies in here? It felt like there was 7,000 in here as well.
Yeah, great. It was a different atmosphere in here in the warm-up, certainly. I went and spoke to a few people behind the goal. You could tell they were nervous, and the players were that as well. We didn't warm up the best. Our possession area wasn't great. So there's always going to be that little bit of anxiety, a little bit of tension, a little bit of nerves. And we spoke to them and saying you have to play with a calmness, and you want to make sure that the first action you do in the game, or the first few actions, are positive and good. I thought we started the game unbelievably well. Forget them scoring the 3 goals. I thought the lead up to, or the first bit of those, or the game was good, and pretty much every player did the first thing they did positively and well. That stands you in good stead to be able to settle you down. We then went on from that, and obviously the goal reinforces that. Is great. You're then going to come down from that emotion, but also I thought we smelled blood really, really well, and went for the second and went for the third, and probably could have been further in front than what we were, and that's being greedy, but we played some really good stuff, and thoroughly deserved the lead we got. Thankfully it was a lead that got us through the game.
Win the game, and obviously going over to the fans at the end of the game, and it almost felt like them 3 fist bumps to the crowd was almost a little bit of a sense of relief, and you can almost tell how much it means to you, but how much you can see it means to all of them as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think what you have to do from certainly from a player's perspective, they've deserved that, but also the supporters have deserved the players to thank them for what they've given us in the last 2 weeks. Because it's been difficult for them not to be in the ground, so hopefully we can use that motivation to perform next week and get them to a point where we can have the same adulation and thank them at Bristol City in a promotion final. But like I said, they've been great. I can't thank them enough. And hopefully we've done a little bit to make the last year a little bit more comfortable and more enjoyable than potentially what it could have been.
I was just going to say it's going to be the obviously complete opposite next weekend with however many thousand Stockport fans in the stadium. Obviously we'll talk. You can have a little sip of your beer first. That's fine. We're going to talk midweek obviously about Stockport.
Yeah, definitely.
But what are you expecting from that game, and how different do you think it will be, obviously with no Pooties in the ground?
I said before the game, I've been involved in lots and lots of playoff situations, and I've won playoff finals, I've lost playoff finals, I've been involved in penalty shootouts that have won and penalty shootouts lost. 2-0 up and 3-0 up after 25 minutes and 2-0 down after 25 minutes. So you can't expect anything, you have to expect everything, and that's I suppose the mindset you have to have. Will be different going there. It'll be our responsibility to, I suppose, probably potentially silence or quieten a crowd, which we'll try and do. There's no better way of doing that by scoring. So we'll go out with like I say, a positive outlook in terms of how we can win the game, and like I say, give ourselves an opportunity to perform one more time.
Just finally, how does Dave Challinor celebrate a playoff eliminator victory?
I said there, you have to enjoy these things. We're off tomorrow, so I'm not overly concerned in what state I'm in tomorrow. And we'll watch some, like I say, footage, and we'll put a plan in place to make sure we're back at it, and we'll train Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, Saturday, and hopefully do what we can to go to Stockport to win. But you have to, like I say, you have to enjoy these occasions. I'm certainly going to enjoy it because, as I've said previously, I realise how lucky we are to be able to experience these types of days that have lots of emotion involved around them. The ridiculous ecstasy of, like I say, being 3-0 up to the agony of potentially the last 20 seconds. So I think we've all earned a beer, and hopefully all the supporters have as well. They can have a great weekend. Next weekend's a special one for us as well.
Dave, thanks very much.
Cheers, thanks.